Warm welcome to the World Leadership Conclave 2021 virtual edition. I'm your host for this afternoon, Anjali. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm co-founder of Avni Green Factory, an agri-tech startup, founder CEO Creatix Media, and artistic director Anjali School of Dance and Music. I take this my pleasure, indeed my privilege, to welcome each one of you to World Leadership Conclave 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, they say leaders become great not because of their power. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of empowering others. Don't you think we all have that huge responsibility of empowering others with us? Let us grow together, win together. Coming together is a beginning. Working together is the progress. Staying together is the progress. But working together is the real success. Ladies and gentlemen, this event is conceptualized, organized, and presented by Global Triumph Foundation and Image Planet. Ladies and gentlemen, World Leadership Conclave is a conclave that will elevate the ambition for strategic, collective action with focused objectives and clear path. Today, this conclave will see a lot of business owners from different walks of life who have reached that pinnacle of success through sheer hard work, dedication, and determination. Ladies and gentlemen, as I told you, this event is conceptualized, organized, and presented by Global Triumph Foundation in association with Image Planet. They've been one of the premier organizations organizing such wonderful conclaves across the globe, be it in the education, leadership, startup segment. They've been doing a lot of conferences, the conclaves, the seminar, B2B events, supporting in market research and analytics. So this is the event curated by the Global Triumph Foundation. Today we have a wonderful panel. We have a lot of awards in store for you. They say that the company of good people is like a shop of perfumes. The company of good people is like a shop of perfumes. Whether you buy it or not, it spreads its fragrance around. So thank you all wonderful people for coming here and spreading your fragrance around. So we're really honored and delighted to have you all with us. So without much ado, let us kickstart with a lot of enthusiasm the World Leadership Conclave 2021. It's such a wonderful tradition by, by praying the Lord, the Bhagavan. Mushakavahana Modaka Hasta. Mushakavahana Modaka Hasta Chamarakarna Vilambita Sutra. Vamana Rupa Maheshwara Putra Vigna Vinashaka Pada Namaste. A Ganesha Stuti for you as we kickstart World Leadership Conclave. Let's start with the invocation, invoking the blessings of the elephant headed Lord Ganapati.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
Thank you. Let Lord Ganesha shower his choicest blessings on all of us and to the whole world so that we come out of this unprecedented times and will be able to lead our normal lives as soon as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, this event wouldn't be possible without the support of our elite sponsor. It's time to show our gratitude and thank them for being our strength, our support, and our guides. Thank you so much for Asian Checkout, Miraki, and Franchisee Karo. Thank you so much. Really honored for your support and the kind of support you've been giving us to start off with the event, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm more excited because the kind of moderator and the panelists we have for our first panel, I'm sure this would be a very informative, a very insightful, and a session which we would all this would keep us hooked into our computer screens for the next 45 minutes to 1 hour. So that is our first panel. And what's more interesting is the whole topic of this panel. It is resilience and reinvention. We as entrepreneurs, we're always on our path to reinvent ourselves. And it's so important that we constantly adopt to the changes, not just in the technological front, but also the changes the whole life offers to us, the challenges the life offers to us. And being resilient to all the changes is what differentiates the leaders, the thinkers, the doers, and the achievers. And that is the importance of being resilient and reinventing. So what happens when we learn to become resilient? We learn to embrace the beautiful broad spectrum of human experience, right? So aren't we here to be a part of that experience? Aren't we here to really live our lives to the fullest? And that is what we would be giving to the generations ahead, the way we lived, the kind of work we did, and the kind of path we chose, the purpose we chose, and how we work towards that purpose, in not just becoming the best versions of ourselves, but also empowering others, also helping others to grow along with us. So without much ado, let us start the first panel for the World Leadership Conclave Virtual Edition, and the topic is resilience and reinvention. So it's such an honor, it's a privilege, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome the moderator for this panel. He is the one listed as the top management professionals of the globe for the year 2020. He's listed as the top 30 leadership gurus and incorporated 100 coaches.com to the world, an organization which has been into coaching, which has been into business coaching, empowering a lot of people, not just in India, but across the world. I can say, he is a global management thinker. Yes, it's none other than the very inspiring, the very charismatic Dr. Shailesh Thakur. So, who is with us today? So, namaste, sir, and a welcome to World Leadership Conclave 2021. It's such a privilege to have you with us today. Warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you so much. I welcome all of you to the Global Leadership Conclave 2021. Wonderful time, especially after COVID-19. It must be a great
Yes.
time of the life.
Yes.
I welcome all of you. One more time, I would love to invite the panel and say hello to the panel.
Yes. It's my
The first,
privilege to
Mr.
welcome.
Aman Gupta, who is on the panel. Second is C.N. Tendulkar is on the panel. Pulkit Kumar is on the panel, and Dr. Aparna, especially for having experience of 3 decades, more than 3 decades in Europe. She is with us on the panel. Welcome all
Yes.
the panel members for the presentation, for the wonderful ideas exchange program. Welcome to the listeners and welcome to the participants who are now trained to listen digitally. Welcome all of you. Without wasting time, I would love to straightway go to the panel. But before I go to the panel, I would love to know leadership is nothing but transforming vision into reality. Leadership is nothing but balancing multi roles of the life. Leadership is nothing but demonstration and be an example in the world.
Yes.
God has offered life to all of us. Only and life has no meaning. Life has more than 100 meanings. So which one is the applicable meaning? No meaning is the applicable meaning. So I would love to say we all have to create the meaning to the life. That's what is the great life.
Absolutely.
So I understand all of you. I welcome all of you. I welcome all the panel members on the discussion on the panel. And my special compliments to Monica for handling the show very successfully. I would love to go with Amen Gupta first.
Yes. So thank you, sir. So warm welcome to you. So it's an honor to have you with us. So I'm Anjali. I'm the host for the day. I'm really happy that you have joined us this afternoon. So in spite of your busy schedules and grace this occasion, so as you mentioned, it's time to welcome our panelists to this elite panel. So without much ado, let me welcome our first panelist, Mr. Eminar Gupta, who is an MTech and an MBA. He is the CEO, Global and Director of Ritzy Group Europe. He is a leader, a coach, a motivator, an entrepreneur in diverse areas. So he's worked in a lot of areas like be it irrigation, be it finance, movie, and other sectors. So, and someone whom I could say is like he's someone who's so humble, very inspiring. So, let me welcome Mr. MNR Gupta to this panel. So, Gupta ji, warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you
Thank you
with
so
us
much for
this
inviting me.
afternoon. Okay, so the next panelist, he is the co-founder, director, operations of Ritzy Group in Europe. He is a cyber security and compliance professional with 12 plus years of experience into the industry. He's also the co-founder of Will Hunt, India's first next generation crowdsourced cyber security platform. So let me welcome Mr. Chetan Narayan Tendulkar to this panel. So, Mr. Chetan, warm welcome. So, it's an honor to have
Namaste. Thank you.
you this afternoon. And our next panelist, the other another dynamic and a charismatic personality, Mr. Pulkit Kumar. He's the director of Will Hunt, a leader, a coach, an entrepreneur, a very motivating personality. So let me welcome Mr. Pulkit Kumar to this panel. So welcome to Mr. Pulkit. A pleasure to have you here, Mr. Pulkit. And a lady who has always believed that you should has what she always likes is the ability to embrace change and move forward come what may. She is none other than Dr. Aparna Olluru. She is the founder and chairperson for business operations and business operations and sales for No Broker, with a huge experience from IT consultant to getting back to the university to study English, masters in English, to a doctorate in psychology. This has been such a wonderful and an inspiring journey. So, namaste and a warm welcome to this panel.
Namaskar.
Aparna ji, pleasure to have you with us. So, pleasure to have you all. So, over to our moderator, Dr. Shailesh Chakarji. Over to you.
Yes. Good afternoon, all panel members. Good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon.
I admire especially the smile of a doctor from Europe for 3 decades, because she dropped the bio note with the last line, "Smile, please." So I welcome all of you, and I would love to start with Amen Gupta, who is a smart engineer, wonderful engineer, and a smart professional, and I believe in a service career, believe in serving people, lead to serve. Is also an exemplary situations of the life. So I request Mr. Amin Gupta to proceed further and hand over the floor for his presentation. Mr. Amin Gupta.
Yeah, can I start, sir?
Yes,
Yeah.
please continue.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful introduction and energetic, motivating words also. Especially after the pandemic the way we have to look the business, the way we have to do the business, the way we need to plan the business, everything gone for a different way because we in last 100 to 200 years of world business history, this kind of pandemic in any time in the world business history also. But this particular crisis management, we all overcome by being very proactive in our approaches with proactive planning, proactive strategy, proactive management. We focused a lot on the training and motivating the staff see how to overcome this crisis management because the most important thing here in this crisis is that we have to keep the morale of the team. Because if the team is going this panic due to the corona, and all, we cannot run the business and all. So as Rigi Group, we have given the prime focus on the health and the safety of each and every employee working all over the world for this group. And campuses, and we used to do regular training session on daily basis and by closely coordinating with them, monitoring them, and training them on to to make sure. And because of all of our this proactive control measures, we don't have any single corona case in our entire group across the globe. So this is a need of the hour because of the present pandemic situation. We reinvented a model of how to do a safe working environment in the company. Not only that, even while dealing with the clients and all, have developed system in such a way that we try to go online for most of the time. We avoided all the traveling unnecessary outside as well as inside our office also, and everybody has been vaccinated. And another strategy we adapted is the diversification. Means previously we are focusing on physical schools and all the thing and all, and after this pandemic started, we have get into online schooling and online training, online projects, various governments across Pan India also. And this also worked very well of our diversification strategy, and this helped us to sustain during this pandemic. The most important thing during this pandemic is let us forget about the points and all. We need to survive and taking all the charge which is this pandemic is giving and all. We have done it, and we used to do a lot of also with all our multinational team to come out with this crisis management techniques and all. So because of all this diversification and continuous training, motivation to all the team, and we managed to sustain our business. And most whatever we always search for the opportunity in adversity because during this 1.5 year we have added Nepal, Brazil, many more new more clients because I was thinking how can I take the best out of this situation because before so many of our clients they're not available, they're very busy with schedule and all. So during because of the able to get them and interact with them and made a lot of meetings, and we have expanded our business for next 30 to 40 years down the line, and we made a lot of collaborations for the America as Dubai, and even in high tech we have started our new premises as a partner in QCT, which is one of the IT parks in the thing. So as a leader you have to be always you have to be tough in your decision making, and you have to anticipate the bad things very well in advance, and you must have a plan and all. So as we have seen the situation there in March 2020, immediately we switched all our training to the online mode, and this is a very successful model. We are the first company in India started online immediately after pandemic and successfully running from March 2020 directly to till now, and we are the only company 100% in compliance with the new education policy. So trying to get maximum benefit out of this even in this situation by putting more focused efforts and by building collaboration and partnership with the most prestigious clients across the globe in different sectors and by diversification. This all helped us to sustain ourselves, and I hope whatever process we have reinvented and remodeled ourselves to sustain this company will make us to expand our operation globally in next 5 to 10 years. And now we are ready, whether pandemic or not pandemic is there, we created our model in such a way that we are fit for both the situations. And this confidence for our team, this confidence for ourselves will help us to handle any kind of pandemic in future, in next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line. Even it is a very painful journey, but the challenges which we have faced was very enormous during this journey. But the confidence with which we have sorted out all the things has been a great lesson for all of us as a company, as a European company. Definitely, it will inspire all our future generation from this company as well as India. And thank you so much for giving me opportunities.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. India is famous for Tendulkar. India have one Tendulkar, but he is in sports. But we have another Tendulkar who is digitally expert, and he is a cyber security expert. He has invested more than 12 years of his life in his digital technology. He is working for the next generation and devoted his entire life for technology and cyber security. May I request Mr. C.N. Tendulkar, please hand over the floor to C.N. Tendulkar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for my brief introduction. Yeah, those are very big words, that dedicated life and all. As compared to other senior professionals over here, I would say I'm not even 30% of age of theirs and their experience. So it's like I'm still, I would like to call still an amateur professional in that category. Of course, yes, I have taken risk of starting my own venture into cybersecurity with my experience that I've gained. Now, coming to the topic of the today's discussion, that is the resilience and reinnovation. Uh, Resilience, like earlier when we used to talk about business continuity plans, sustainability, and incident response plans, especially when we compliance people used to talk to companies. So it used to sound like more of a theoretical, and we are preparing for a doomsday, and something we are spending onto something that we don't have to. And pandemic is the actual time when businesses actually realize that we really need to plan business continuity. So whatever they have planned, and those who have really tested them were in much better position as compared to those businesses that were not actually following business continuity plans. So all of a sudden they had to wake up to a reality that they cannot anymore function the way they had functioned earlier, and suddenly they have to think in a different way that can keep their business running. So business continuity is how much it is important. Is This is a time that proved a theoretical standard, that you have to implement it and you have to use it. It's not just a theoretical model, and it's a necessity, and it's a good learning point for most of the businesses. And when we talk about renovation, sometimes innovation is something that we plan, and sometimes it is a time that makes us to think in a different way and reinvent the way we work. And pandemic is a time that actually forced us to reinnovate. So most of the businesses that were not actually looking at digitalization or business continuity or going digital or going to cloud are the businesses that were forced and made to think in those directions. Just to give an example of education sector, where earlier e-learning or online learning was considered as a luxury and was one of the premium sale point, that became a necessity. Now if you don't have an online learning solution in your school, more or less you can't be functioning. So education institutes are forced to go digital way. Same way, every company that had no work from home policies, which wanted everyone to come to office and function, all of a sudden they were they were pushed to have a policy where they can accommodate their people working from home, and that is when they heavily invested into infrastructure to support that kind of a work model. Not to say my own company, uh, we were lucky enough that from the day one itself, our vision had been that no one should move from anywhere. Wherever they are, they should be able to work, because with the advancement of technology and availability of the cloud and security solutions of VPN, we had from the day one envisioned that, because we started during the pandemic. We launched our platform beta version in the November 2020, when pandemic was already on. So before pandemic, we had started in the planning stage, and our theory proved right that we should be working from wherever there is the internet. We should be able to work, and we were able to sustain the operations. But when it comes to a lot of companies that were not prepared in terms of plan, in terms of budget, that was a heavy call. Heavy call in a sense, sudden investment into technology, and selecting the right technology is always a challenge. Normally, any company will take anywhere between 3 months to 6 months to evaluate one technology platform to enable your digital or remote working. All of a sudden, they had to do it in 1 to 2 months. So, a lot of teething issues were there initially, but luckily, most of the company, I would say somewhere between 80 to 90% of companies have gone in a digital way, and have tried to be resilient to the situation. And cybersecurity is a sector agnostic requirement. You be in whatever industry, wherever you have anything related to technology, cybersecurity will come into play. So our business is something that has been booming, because all of people suddenly shifted to digitalization, not knowing the risks and challenges that digitalization can pose to them. And you would have all seen the cyber crimes have increased almost 300% since the start of the pandemic. So one way, it's a good booming business for us, but at same time, we believe in everyone being secure. So we ensured that whomever clients that are coming to us, they are made well aware of the risk that they are employing, along with employing the digital technologies. So that way we have been resilient as well as innovative, and have been able to support our clients. Now, coming to innovation part of it, have we really innovated something? No, it was existing already. Remote working concept is not new. It is just the pandemic that has forced most of us people to employ that already existing model. So innovations, I believe the more innovations might come forward, there is a lot of scope for more innovation, where we can really be geographically remotely working models can be innovated further. So I believe there is a lot of scope for innovation. Yeah, that's in brief my ideas. Thank you. Shailesh sir, you are talking on mute.
With all of
Sir, your
us.
mic. Yeah,
Now,
sorry.
now I would love to request Mr. Pulkit Kumar. Pulkit Kumar have a more than 12 plus years experience, a highly qualified professional and a master in business administration from Indore. Looks sound and mature on the entire panel. Without wasting your time, I will request Mr. Pulkit to present his ideas, especially on resilience and reinvention.
Thank you, Dr. Salish. Thank you so much. Mr. Gupta, Mr. Tendulkar, it was nice, really nice hearing your ideas. It was really insightful. So let me just share my 2 cents on it. So uh, the resilience and reinvention, I feel that this is something which has been at the core of the business, and this is some quality, some ability without which any successful company, be it a startup or be it a established traditional organization, wouldn't have been successful, right? But I think the pandemic or COVID-19, whenever the in March 20, which came as a surprise to all of us, made these qualities and abilities the real game changer, or the real what do you say, the basics which every company needs to now adopt. Otherwise, their survival will come to question. So earlier it was all about thrival and how we can, really scale things up and do business, grow business really fast. But now it has become the basic need. So I'll just share how we as an organization, we as No Broker, we have evolved. So a lot changed during pandemic for all of us, from the ways of working for each one of us, and to the ways of doing business as well, right? So like all the other companies, our technology team was also very quick enough. Within a day or two, they gave a solution which made us move our entire workforce from office based working model to a home based working model. And even the entire field team which No Broker has spanned across across the cities, that had also to move to a work from home environment, which was a very difficult kind of a change or a setup for these professionals who are very equipped in working on field rather than just sitting at the home and operating. Yeah. So uh, resilience is was something which was to be imparted first to the employees. Resilience of the organization came later. So we understood that people are going through a lot of changes. There is a lot of negative news around. There is a lot of change in their personal lifestyle, in their personal space. So what we did is first focused on ensuring that our employees are much more mentally resilient, mentally they had mental strength which is needed to cope up with the work pressure or with the personal pressure which they are facing. And accordingly, if they are able to become resilient, they will be able to support business in terms of reinventing and innovating the ideas, innovating the new ways of working, which has become the need of the hour, right? Yeah. So how we did is we conducted at all the leadership level, we conducted frequent town halls with all our employees to make sure that their concerns are addressed, whatever issues they are facing that are being looked into. And finally, they get that comfort from the organization when there is so much negative news going around. And in the newspaper, they are hearing that one company has, fired or downsized the workforce. Then there is another organization which is putting people on furlough. So it was very important for us to give that mental peace, mental support, mental strength, through which they'll be protected, their downside is protected, they are mentally at ease, and that's how they'll be able to cope up with this situation in a much better manner, right? So it was not just about the employees, it was also about the leaders. So there was frequent connects which were established with the leaders, also one-on-one connect, to know what pressure they are facing, what challenges they are facing, and maybe how we can jointly in a collaborative manner can understand the situation better, can understand and finalize the new ways of working, and continuously do experiment and innovate to make sure that the industry or the business is doing well, right? So let me now come on the business side of things. So like Mr. Gupta mentioned, Mr. Tendulkar also mentioned, there is a natural tailwind because of the pandemic situation for sectors like, say, maybe edtech or the fintech, right? But for a sector like real estate tech, the wind was not in our favor. The wind was against it. And the initial months of March and April were, the month of April and May were a really struggling month, where we were trying to figure out what has happened to business, how is the market reacting. And we saw that a traction on the website, which was, was growing at a very fast pace till the month of February and till mid March, has suddenly started dipping, right? So it was a, that way it was very challenging for real estate sector, and I'll say it is still challenging. The challenges have come in the terms of that people have moved back from the key cities where we operate in, largely to their hometowns, right? So the population of the city has reduced suddenly. The companies are also saying, are encouraging work from home kind of environment. And at the same time, people who are there in the city now, because their children are also, their schools have also moved online, so they also are not feeling a need to change their house or move their house, or maybe thinking about a discretionary expense of buying a new house, right? So business wise it was very challenging. So it obviously called for reinventing the model, reinventing the way we work. because at startup, if you are not growing, then you will cease to exist. It's just a matter of time. You have to find out ways and crack the business model which will ensure that you are continuously growing and doing better, right? So just to give you an example, before pandemic, it rental home rental space used to be a owner's market for a company like No Broker, because tenants, they wanted to save brokerage, they used to come on No Broker, and then they used to get in touch with the owners and finalize their houses and all. But suddenly after pandemic, because a lot of people moved to their home cities, suddenly a lot of houses became vacant, right? So suddenly it became tenants market. So tenants were at the commanding position, so the business model has turned upside down, right? So what we had to do is figure out a way how to mold the model, how to innovate, how to change the business model with constant experimentation, so that we are able to now educate the owners that, the tenants are less in the market. You will have to lower the rent, because the rates at which the prices were commanding were the thing of the past. Now the supply dynamics has changed, so we revamped the marketplace model. What we also did is we focused a lot on the value added services. So something which we were doing and trying out initially came in the forefront, because there was no other option, and that was the only thing which was available to us to grow the business at an exponential pace, right? So we started focusing a lot on value added services like packer mover, painting, home interiors and all, because our base was very low. Even though the top of the funnel, the universe has reduced, but since our base was low, we were able to focus on that. And we were able to, put all our energy on that front. And also we focused a lot on the rental payments. That was also something which we launched recently, but that was something which we got a tailwind in the pandemic. A lot of people who have moved to their hometowns, they were still keeping their houses in the main cities, because they also were not sure whether they'll be in their hometown for maybe a month or 6 months or whatever duration. Yeah. So so just one sec. Yeah. So at an overall level, if you see, a real estate technology company like No Broker is going to thrive, because pandemic has changed the basic behavior of the customer. Now customers are much more accustomed to download an app, move their transactions online. Our parents who were very accustomed to maybe going to a baniya wala shop and buying the groceries, now they are accustomed. They have downloaded various home delivery app. They are ordering from Amazon and all. So people are becoming much more tech oriented, much more tech savvy, and plus they want to reduce the physical interaction they want to reduce. So that's why the online business models, which are touchless business models, are going to thrive. But at present, the situation is not such. So what we also did is we are also taking this time to prepare, to strengthen our business models, to define our way of working in a way which makes us ready for future tailwind, which is hopefully will be here soon. So whenever the COVID situation becomes better, companies will start opening up, companies will start operating either at a staggered working environment or maybe a hybrid working environment. But again, influx of people will start coming to the main cities where we operate in, right? So we are also focusing on ways that how we can be better prepared to capture the sudden surge of customers when it's going to come, right? So what through this we are trying to make our business model, we are trying to make our uh, people focus anti fragile, so that they are able to adopt to whatever circumstances the world has to bring in future. And during the pandemic time also, with all the collective effort from the team and business leaders and everybody, we have been able to grow our revenue 2.5 times from the pre-COVID best numbers. So that way we have been able to do, I think, well. But the exciting times for No Broker is yet to come, when the situation will become better, and we are eagerly waiting for that situation to come, so that we are able to capture the market and grow at a much faster pace. Yeah. Yeah. So, Dr. Salesh, that was the idea which I wanted to share. Doctor, you are on mute still. Doctor, we are not able to hear you still. No, doctor, you're,
Microphone.
yeah, it's working now.
Oh, wonderful. We have a doctor, Aparna, with all of us. She had passed over 3 decades in Europe. A lot of titles are offered to her: educationist, psychologist, neuron specialist, and whatnot. She is a change, so social change reformer. Wonderful. 2017 onwards, she had entered into India with an idea and a hope. Now she is contributing a lot in the favor of upcoming generations in the country, digitally and actually really in reality also. I would love to request Dr. Aparna, who have three decades experience in Europe, would love to share for a couple of minutes with the people online here in the sessions. Dr. Aparna.
Thank you, Dr. Sailesh. And it was really nice listening to Mr. Pulkit Kumar, Chetan Tendulkar, and Mr. Gupta. You've given so many lovely inputs how you've encountered this pandemic situation with your reinvention and resilience in your companies. I would just like to say a few things that, I would like to give few examples. And then I would just like to mention few names that you can go back and read about them, because those would be our motivating factors for the entrepreneurs now and those upcoming ones and those struggling. So probably what I have done is not much of a motivation alone, but I myself was motivated. But the thing that God blessed me was I was a psychologist, and being a psychologist, I I had been reading about resilience, because one of my very big theories come with schizophrenic patients. So while I was doing this kind of a research, I came to know that the schizophrenic patients' children are not affected by their illness, and the illness of the parents, doesn't affect these children. And the reason was only resilience. That's when the first time I heard about this word resilience, and that was way back, maybe 20 years back, when I was learning to do. And that's when I came to come across this word resilience, and this was propounded by an academician and as a researcher in 40 years ago. And from then, you start reading, and you start learning a lot of things. So my next reading that impressed me a lot was Holocaust itself. So when you read about Holocaust and you see the movies on Holocaust, so I guess everyone knows about the Holocaust, the German Auschwitz and Hitler era. So the survivors just survived only because of resilience. There was no other factor. And actually, in fact, the psychiatrist Victor, who was also in the same camps, Auschwitz camps, says that the only reason he was alive was resilience. So that's when, I came to know about these words like resilience and things like this. And then the very interesting factor comes, like very interesting life example comes in 2011. Of course, as Dr. Salish said, I'm quite old, so I have all this background when probably you were still in school. So 2011, no one forgets 2011, because that was when September 11, when this happened. the Trade Center, World Trade Center, there was this Morgan Stanley, a very big financing company. It had its layers right from, it was the biggest tenant, and it had its offices from the 22nd floor till 49th floor, more than 2,500 employees. And the debt was only 7 in this company. Why did that happen? If you look back into the history of 2000, the September 11, you see that Morgan was absolutely always condemned in newspapers, in economic times, everywhere, saying that he was very extravagant. He had 3 centers where he could always move his staff and work, and he'd spent a lot of money on securities, like Chetan was just saying, Mr. Chetan was saying about cyber securities. So he was working on the security systems. He had hired one of the Vietnam veterinarians to, manage the whole security systems. And the moment the first tower went down, that was about 8:36 a.m. 8:37 a.m. Morgan completely, within 1 minute, all the employees were out of the thing, Twin Towers. So that's where the resilience comes. That's where the leadership comes. You can't just be a leader because you are the owner of a company. You're a leader when you prove that there is no death in your company, there's no casualty in your company, that you are people who have trusted you, given you their life, and walking with you through the hard times, are not thrown out of their salaries or payrolls or out of their jobs. And you know how to carry out, even in the worst of cases. That's when that leadership is. That's when you can call, yes, I am a leader and I'm teaching my employees to be the leaders. And they, when they walk out from my office, they don't walk out with their head bowed, but they walk out with their head up because they've learned so much working with you. So that's when, Morgan. So these are few things that few very good schizophrenic patients or Holocaust and Morgan Stanley. These are my inspirations. And when I decided that I had to come into India, enter into India, I had to do this. I had to be resilient. And that's what saved us today in Corona. Because we could immediately, because I knew that we had to have a lot of centers. We could not depend only on India as office or academic institutes to teach our students in India. Because I was always reading that India can go on strike anytime. India can have a hurricane. It can have an avalanche. It can be flooded. It can have anything. And when there is no good reason, there is a strike. So, anything can happen in India. So I had mentored myself that, yes, I'm going to go into India, but my education for Indian children will not stop even a day. So, right when even we were not talking about online education for kindergarten children. So when I talk about kindergarten children, they are between the age group of 2 to 6 years. And we were teaching them from Italy. We were teaching them how, we were training their parents. We were training our teachers. We were doing the parent workshops. Children were learning Italian and English from Italy. So they were trained to be on the online platform. 22nd March, 23rd March, India goes on lockdown, and 24th March, we moved onto the digital platform without one single day going off. And probably that's thanks to resilience. Because everybody talks, when we talk about leadership qualities, we talk about everything, but we miss out on 2 very important factors. And that's what we're talking about today. That's resilience and reinvention. Because if these 2 things are missing in any organization, we can just say those organizations have to buckle up. They cannot bend and they cannot come over. They cannot rise again. And that's what has happened. We are seeing so many industries, so many organizations, so many companies shutting down. That's because they did not reinvent. Now, coming to reinvention, every company at one point of time, when they are at the max, they have to reinvent. And here I would just give you the examples. Very lovely examples are those of Intel. So probably since the time doesn't permit me to tell the story of Intel, but I would just say that you should go back home and study how Intel and the CEOs were always, young CEOs. CEOs changed before they could even reach to the max, and CEOs gave chance to the younger generation. How Intel could do this? Intel took this decision, and every time a CEO came into Intel, Intel prospered. So that is reinvention. Because I can be Aparna and I can think, and that's my creativeness, because that's how I think. But that's Pulkit, and Pulkit thinks in a different way. So the way Aparna will take the company ahead, the organization ahead, will be different when Pulkit takes over my position and takes it forward. So that's very, very important. That's a very big leadership quality, that when the time comes, you have to take a back step, give the chance to your younger generation to come up, take over the company, and lead the company and lead the organization into the new perspective. That's when reinvention comes. And any company, any organization, if it doesn't reinvent, will not sustain, will not survive. And I think these were some words that we as psychologists always spoke about in business management to the business managers and big people, and they just didn't think about it. And today these have become the hot, like buzzwords in the companies, in the organizations, and probably because they are the buzzwords, that's why we are all talking about this on today's panel. So it's very important about reinvention. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about reinvention, a big, very major, big example is Adobe itself. The way Adobe has always reinvented. The way every time someone came in Adobe, creative heads changed, Adobe came up with a new product. Adobe came up with a new product. So in the same way, now I would talk about ourselves. Ourselves, yes, we are reinventing. We believe that the employees that we have should be multitasking. And that's what we learned from Intel, that you should have a multitasking group. You can hire one person, but you have to teach that person other 10 jobs. Because not only because they are going to stay with us, and it's not because we want to reinvent, also because tomorrow AI is going to take away their jobs. If AI are going to take away their jobs, we are the people who have to be answerable if we are good leaders. And that's when good leadership, dedicated leadership, strong leadership comes into act. When your employee, you show to them, okay, this is being taken care of by AI, but you have this now because you were trained for this. So that's multitasking. And that's exactly what we did during the whole lockdown period, because we did not throw out anyone, we did not fire out anyone, we did not reduce the salaries. And in fact, I take the pride in saying that we even doubled up their salaries, because we doubled up their number of working hours. And that's when we told them, start learning, diversify, learn new things, and we will use it right after pandemic. And now right after the lockdowns, the 2 lockdowns, we are into the sector from grade 3 to grade 10. It's an impossible leap that we have made from kindergarten, pre-primary section to primary and secondary section. We were able to do this because we trained our people on it. Our academicians, our teachers were developing the curriculum, teaching methodology, pedagogy. So that's how we have to think. To be a good leader, everyone can say, I'm a leader and I'm a leadership coach and I do this and I do that. But I would ask all those people, how many could you save during this pandemic? How many organizations could you save? How many people could you save from committing suicide? So, also I come from a country where the suicide rate at the moment is very high among the young entrepreneurs. So, I don't say I'm a leadership coach even, because I could not save even one. So probably if I had saved 1 or 2 from committing suicide, I would have said, yes, I'm a leader. So you see, even though I have 30 years of experience, it's not sufficient. Or probably somewhere it went wrong, that maybe I was very selfish and I kept all my knowledge to my company, my organization, and I could not reach out to other organizations or to their leaders or to their CEOs or to their founders, to their organizers. So that's um, it's but this is life. Sometimes we are successful and sometimes we are not. So with this, I wind up. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak on this panel. So we can't hear you, Dr. Sailesh. You have to unmute yourself. No, we still can't hear you, Dr. Sailesh. No, Dr. Sailesh, we still can't hear. No. Dr. Sailesh, we can't hear yet. Yes,
Oh, yes,
probably.
wonderful. Hello. Yes, that's great. My special thanks to Mr. M.N. Gupta. Wonderful presentation. Thank you for introducing me to C.N. Tendulkar. Today, till this moment, I was knowing only one Tendulkar. Now I have two Tendulkars in my basket. I am happy to see Mr. Pulkit, a smart professional and a technology master, and Dr. Aparna. Wonderful presentation, thought-provoking ideas presented to this afternoon to the gatherings. I believe in my life, world is full of leaders. Leadership is in crisis. That's what I believe in my life. And resilience is my idea is to ability to spring back, ability to recovery speed. What is your recovery speed? Leadership is never free from mistakes, never free from obstacles, never free from adversity. And we all are seeing Afghanistan issues right now. So leadership is never obstacles and adversity free. But in those failures, what is the speed to come back? What is the recovery speed? What is the recovery process? And especially how fast you can come back from the failures, from the sicknesses, from the illnesses, from the adversity in the life. That's what is my idea to resilience. And reinvention is my idea. One has to, Socrates, the first teacher of the globe, he was sharing with all of us that unexamined and re-examined life is not worth living. We all have to re-examine the same way we all are into the era of reinvention. We have to reinvent ourselves, this world, this technology, this planet, education system, leadership patterns, everything is to be reinvented. That's what is my humble idea in this afternoon. Thank you one more time. Thank you so much for sharing this platform. And Go Global Leadership Conclave 2021. Happy to see all of you on this platform. I request Monica to come back and to have floor with all of us at this time. Monica is a wonderful coordinator. Are you with me? Monica is a wonderful coordinator, wonderful, active, smart also.
Thank you.
Leaders love technology.
Yes.
Leaders love technology.
Yes.
If they could not be a technological expert, but they love technology and they use technology. And
Exactly.
technology is the future of the mankind and humanity. That's what I believe in my life.
Yes.
So thank you so much for patient listening and hand over back to Monica.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A small correction. I'm Anjali. A pleasure to have you all. They say that true leaders always practice 3 R's, that is, respect for self, respect for others, and responsibility for their actions. We had such true leaders, real visionaries here as a part of the panel. And what I can say is this was a very engaging and insightful, a very informative discussion and a panel. Thank you so much for all of you for really keeping our attention, our heights of attention were all glued to our screens for all this while for the 45 minutes of the panel. That was so engaging and insightful. My heartfelt thank you to our esteemed moderator, Dr. Shailesh ji. Thank you so much, and to all the panelists, Mr. Gupta, Mr. Chetan, Mr. Pulkit, and Dr. Aparna. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules and being a part of this panel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, so this was an enriching panel on resilience and reinvention. So let's all keep our wheels moving. So let's be those who are always open to learning, and let's be those lifelong learners and people who really help others rise, as Dr. Aparna rightly said. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on is another very interesting part of World Leadership Conclave. And before that, our heartfelt gratitude to MSME, because the whole event has been supported by MSME. Thank you so much, MSME, for the trust, the support you have for Global Triumph Foundation and Image Planet. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, so moving on is the exciting part of another exciting part of the World Leadership Conclave, and that is presenting awards to the achievers, to the leaders from various walks of lives who have been setting that example by their exemplary work of inspiring, by their exemplary work of moving forward, come what may, taking up all the challenges on their shoulders, but moving with a lot of determination, dedication, and perseverance. So that's why they say that leadership is not about titles or positions or flow charts. It's about one's life inspiring and influencing other. So there are a lot of leaders who have been inspiring, influencing a lot of other people around, and setting an example of a great example of what the work and the purpose should be. So now presenting the World Leadership Conclave Awards 2021. So Gerald C. Ekedale so rightly says, recognition is the greatest motivator, isn't it? So it just propels us to move forward. It gives us the kind of wings, no? It's like a fuel, no? That gives that energy, that boost to move forward and work in that direction with more confidence, with more spirits and enthusiasm. So presenting the World Leadership Awards 2021. And the first category is, ladies and gentlemen, the first category, and the award is presented to Dr. Mansav Arora, founder, convener, the Purple Coach, and the category of the award is Best Mental Health Coach. Dr. Mansav Arora is someone who is extremely enthusiastic, someone with that spirit to always learn and move forward. That's the kind of personality, as I know Dr. Mansav as. Congratulations, doctor. So you have a long way to do. I wish you all the very, very best. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is excellence in art and leadership skill. And the award is presented to Priya Yabuluri. She's the founder, director of World Art Fair and Art for Awareness Foundation. So she's doing an amazing work in this category, and a huge congratulations to Priya Yabuluri. So you've been doing a great job for the category Excellence in Art and Leadership Skill. Moving on, the next category is Emerging Leader of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, and the award is presented to Shaunak Desai, who is the Vice President HR at JVG Organization Private Limited. So, congratulations to Shaunak Desai for grabbing the award in the category Emerging Leader of the Year. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is for the best franchisee of multi brand two wheeler. And the award goes to Speed Force Ventures Private Limited. And the award is grabbed by the director Ashok M. Shah. So, Ashok ji, congratulations, and a lot more to come. So, Speed Force Ventures has been doing a great job in the multi brand two wheeler segment. So, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is excellence in school leadership. So, for the excellence in school leadership, we are honored to present this award to Dr. Vijay Nagesh, CEO, Academic Center of Excellence, Chhattisgarh, and Takshashila International School, Chhattisgarh. So, congratulations to Dr. Vijay Nagesh. So, Takshashila International School has been doing an amazing work in the education segment, and so is the backbone of the school, the leader, Dr. Vijay Nagesh. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is excellence in medical technology. So we have the director from Biomedical Technology Private Limited, that is Suman Chakraorty. Congratulations for grabbing this award under the category of excellence in medical technology. So biomedical technology has been into the innovation of a lot of products and doing a great work in the medical technology segment. So, a big congratulations to Suman Chakraorty. The next category is women in leadership. So, and the award goes to the smiling Sasha Kulotungan. She is the chairperson of Agastya Charitable Foundation, a charitable foundation which is into women and children empowerment, and lot of social welfare activities is what they undertake. Congratulations to Sasha Kulotungan for the award under Women in Leadership category. So next category is Rising Star Award, and the award goes to the true rising star, that is Afnan Ahmad. He's the founder and chairman of Ocean View Educational Group. Big congratulations to Afnan Ahmad. Keep growing and may you scale greater heights. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is for the business leader of the year. And the award goes to Mohammed Tahujuddin. He's the founder, Shadi Mubarak Event Management Company. Congratulations to Mohammed Tahujuddin for the great work you've been doing in the events segment. So, for the business leader of the year category. The next category is again, ladies and gentlemen, the best event management company of the year. And the award again goes to Shadi Mubarak Event Management Private Limited and the founder, the leader, Mohammed Tahujuddin. So, congratulations to Mr. Mohammed and the whole team of Shadi Mubarak Event Management LLP. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Best in Logistics Excellence. And the award goes to Mr. Purushottam Singhal. He is the Managing Director, Transport Wings Private Limited. So, congratulations to Mr. Purushottam for bragging the award, for getting the award, bagging the award in the category of Best in Logistics Excellence. The next category is Dynamic Leader of the Year, and the award goes to the Dynamic Dynamite, the very enthusiastic Dr. Siddharth Bhattacharya. He's the Senior HR Leader of Comcast Corporation. So, congratulations to the Comcast Corporation Senior HR Leader, Dr. Siddharth Bhattacharya, for Dynamic Leader of the Award category. The next category is Excellence in Leadership. And the award goes to Mahesh Pratap Singh. He is the Secretary CEO of Darganj Gramodyog Vikas Sansthan, an NGO, which has been working in empowering the people of the rural areas. So the award is for excellence in leadership. The next category is Young Leadership Award, and the Young Leadership Award goes to Mehzad Mogrelia. He is a renowned and an upcoming author, so he gets the award in the category Young Leadership Award. Congratulations to Meherzad Mogrelia. So lots to go. Wishing you all the best in all your endeavors. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is outstanding contribution in the hospitality segment. And the award goes to Dr. Kishore Navandar, Chairman and Managing Director, Blue Billion Group. So, congratulations to Dr. Kishore Navandar. So for doing an amazing job. So Blue Billion Group has been one of the leaders, one of the forerunners in the hospitality industry, and a very known name is Dr. Kishore Navindar. So chairman and managing director. So wishing him all the very best and all success in all your endeavors. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is outstanding contribution to women education. And the award goes to Dr. Arpita Chatterjee, Assistant Professor and Head Department of Botany, Barasat College. So, congratulations to Dr. Arpita Chatterjee. So, loads to come. Wishing you all the very best. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is the outstanding contribution in the social services. And the award goes to Ankit Gupta Nandavani. He is the founder of Nandavani People's Welfare Trust. Congratulations to Ankit Gupta on bagging this award. Loads to come. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dynamic Leader of the Year Award. Bagging Dynamic Leader of the Award is Mr. Emmanuel Samuel. He is the Chief Strategist of Vijaya Group of Hospitals. Congratulations to Mr. Emmanuel Samuel for bagging this award under the category the True Dynamic Leader of the Year. The next category is FinTech Startup of the Year. So, under this category, the award is presented to Shivam K.R. Gupta. Shivam K.R. Gupta is the Director and CEO of Asian Checkout. So, big congratulations to Mr. Shivam for bagging this award under the category of FinTech Startup of the Year. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Social Youth Icon of the Year. And the award goes to the school president of Global Public School, who is himself involved. He's religiously been working in a lot of social welfare related activities, and that is Abdul Rahim. Congratulations to Abdul Rahim for this award, Social Youth Icon of the Year. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Dynamic Educational Leader of the Year. And the award for this category goes to the school president of the Blossom Public School, Mr. Ayub Pasha. So, congratulations, Mr. Ayub Pasha, for bagging this award in the Best Education Leader of the Year category. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, is the Best MedTech Startup. And the award for the best medtech startup goes to E.R. Manoj Kumar Nayak, who is the CEO of Kalinga Biomedical. So, congratulations to Engineer Manoj Kumar Nayak for bagging this award under the category of Best MedTech Startup of the Year. The next category is for the Best Business Consultant, and the award goes to Mr. Pratik Toshniwal. He's the founder of Hedge Toshniwal and Co. So, congratulations to Mr. Pratik Toshniwal for the category Best Business Consultant. Congratulations. Next category, ladies and gentlemen, is the Startup Business Award. And the award goes to Prasanna Diguru. He is the founder of Make Me Fair. So, as the name goes, Make Me Fair gets the award for the Startup Business of the Year. Congratulations to Mr. Prasanna Diguru founder of Make Me Fair. The next category is the next award is presented to Mr. Dilip Kumar Chattar, who is the partner of Care Security and Allied Security Services Manpower and Supply Agency. And this is for the category Best Agency in Manpower Supply in Odisha. They've been doing a great work under this segment. So, congratulations to Mr. Dilip Kumar from Care Security and Allied Services Manpower Supply Agency. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is outstanding contribution to media studies. And the award under this category goes to Kishore Kumar Dash. He is the academic counselor, a journalist, and a mass communication specialist. He is from Odisha State Open University, Government Model Degree College Center, Malkangiri. So, congratulations to Mr. Kishore Kumar and for the award in outstanding contribution to media studies. The next category is again for Young Entrepreneur of the Year, and the award goes to Head Business Development of Prabha International, Mr. Ramnivash Singh Parmar. Congratulations to Mr. Ramnivash Singh Parmar. So, for bagging the award under the category Young Entrepreneur of the Year. So, more to go. Wishing you all the very best. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is for the outstanding contribution in the healthcare sector. And the award goes to Dr. Subhir Khan, Managing Director, EasyWell. So, congratulations to Dr. Subhir Khan, the Managing Director of EasyWell, for the category Outstanding Contribution in the Healthcare segment. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is Best Numerologist in Hyderabad. The award goes to Mr. Rajiv Bagdi, is the founder and owner of Catch in Numbers. So, wishing Mr. Rajiv all the very best and congratulations for the award under Best Numerologist in Hyderabad. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Social Impact Startup of the Year. And the award goes to Jaideep Parmar. He is the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Gram ePay. Congratulations to Mr. Jaideep Parmar and for Gram ePay for bagging this award under the category of Social Impact Startup of the Year. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is again the Rising Star Award, and the award is again presented to the very talented and the very enterprising Mr. Shivam K.R. Gupta, who is the director and CEO of Asian Checkout. Congratulations to Mr. Shivam, and also our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Shivam and team and Asian Checkout for also sponsoring the event and for supporting Global Triumph Foundation and Image Planet. Thank you so much. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is the Best Numerologist in Delhi NCR region, and the award goes to Mr. Prem Tanvir. He is a numerologist from Bulaki Occult Academy. So, huge congratulations to Mr. Prem and to Bulaki Occult Academy for the great work you've been doing. So, wishing you all the very best. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Best in Social Welfare Activities. And the award goes to the founder, secretary of Rail Baksh Manch and a social welfare organization, Mr. Debasis Das. Congratulations to Debasis Das for bagging this award under the Best Social Welfare Activities category. The next category is the Best Corporate Consultant. For the Best Corporate Consultant, the award is presented to E.R. Mihir Kumar Brahma, the Managing Director of Nectaromi Technologies Private Limited. So, congratulations to Mr. E.R. Mihir Kumar Brahma, who is the Managing Director of Nectaromi Technologies, for the award under the category Best Corporate Consultant for 2021. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is the Best SAP Training Institute of the Year. And the award goes to the Global Coach IT Academy from Hyderabad. So, congratulations to the Global Coach IT Academy for the category Best SAP Training Institute of the Year. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Best Healthcare Consultancy Service Provider. And the award for this category goes to Mr. Kamal Kumar, Director, KR Business Solutions, a complete healthcare solutions provider. So, congratulations to Mr. Kamal Kumar for bagging this award under the category Best Healthcare Consultancy Service Provider. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is again for the outstanding contribution in the social services, and this award goes to Mrs. Farida Jalis. She is the chief functionary of Lucknow Mahila Seva Trust. She's been working religiously and relentless efforts in empowering women and supporting women in all walks of life. So, congratulations to Farida Jalis for this great job in empowering women. The next category is for Deviant Leader of the Year. So, under this category, the award is presented to Dr. Gaurav Sharma. He is the President, GSIL Educational Society, Managing Director, Trendspire Solutions. So, a big congratulations to Dr. Gaurav Sharma for the great work. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is for outstanding contribution in the healthcare industry. And the award in this category goes to Dr. K.S. Raghu, Chairman, Sairam Hospitals. Congratulations to Dr. K.S. Raghu, the Chairman of Sairam Hospitals, for bagging this award under the category Outstanding Contribution in the Healthcare Industry. The next category, ladies and gentlemen, is Top Management Thinker of 2021. Our very esteemed moderator for today's panel also, it is Dr. Shailesh Thakur. He is the Global Management Thinker from 100coaches.com. So, congratulations to Dr. Shailesh Thakur for the great work you're doing in empowering people. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is coming to a little more of a creative segment. That's why it's Creative Entrepreneur of the Year. And the award in this category is presented to Ayush Jasoria. He's the founder of Vectors World. So, congratulations to Mr. Ayush for the outstanding contribution in the field you've been giving. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is Young Architect of the Year, and this award is presented to the very young architect Akash Karmakar, architect from Akash Architect and Associates, a budding entrepreneur. Congratulations to Akash, and congratulations to all the Congratulations to Akash, and congratulations to all the awardees for bagging the award in the various categories. So, wishing you all the very best in all your endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, they say all good things should come to an end. With this, we have come to an end of this short but a very sweet World Leadership Conclave 2021. Our heartfelt gratitude to all the sponsor who have been with us, who have been supporting us. Thank you so much for your support. Our thank you to MSME and Global Triumph Foundation and Image Planet for the kind of work you've been doing in really nominating people in identifying people from various walks of life who have been doing an exemplary work in their own segment. And such awards, such recognitions, as I told you, will be a propellant to really move forward. So, once again, I wish all of you all the very best and a hearty congratulations. Our heartfelt thank you to our moderator and the panelists who graced the occasion, and we had a wonderful panel. So, again, a heartfelt thank you to all of you. So, post this event, we have the networking session that will be open. So, request you all to please switch on your videos and talk network, really understand each other's business, explore, experience, and be a part of this wonderful forum. Thank you so much. Signing off, Anjali. Have a great evening ahead. Before that, wishing you all a very happy Independence Day in advance. Thank you. Bye.